Stretch the bosom, Dorothy here. Well, I thank you, and His Grace the Duke thanks you, and Oscar, let's hurry through this. I've got some notes here from my scrapbook. I wonder if it would be possible to pick a tune and have you show us just superficially, perhaps.
Are you going to pick a tune that I know?
I'll let you pick the tune.
No, go ahead.
Because I might pick buttons and bows, or who knows. And if you could just show us some of this, what I think are called stylistic trademarks of other pianists. Mm-hmm. Now, what do we mean by the phrase "the stride piano of Art Tatum"? The
stride piano of Tatum or people of that era is the ability to play the background for yourself and make it work like a rhythm section. As opposed to when you play with a rhythm section, where you would just hold a chord usually, or punctuate with a chord and play. Because the drummer is playing and the bass player is playing. So this way you go.
Yeah. So the right hand is really the instrument, and the left hand is putting the rhythm section out of work.
That's right. That's the idea.
Okay. What else did I put down here? Oh, yeah, here's something I wrote. Talking about influences on you, and the, quote, "the two-fingered percussiveness of Nat Cole." Oh. Could you show the two-fingered percussiveness
yeah, Nat would do this sort of thing.
Or the TPC.
Which each note has its own articulation rather than being an insipid phrase like...
Yeah.
It's... And he used mostly the front end of his hand.
And emphatic like that.
It was very emphatic. Sort of, it was articulated like you do in speech.
Then the Muzak running all notes together. That's part of the sentence. The other part they could hear in your early influence was the lyric octave work of Earl Garner.
Oh, they're talking about the full chords like this, where Earl used a handful of chords to play melody. If he was going to play Getting Sentimental, he might play it like this. And delay it like that.
Yeah.
And as I said on another show, you have to know how to be able to do the proper delay so it doesn't sound false.
Since you didn't name the airline, you better not name the other show.
I won't.
What was it, run by a middle-aged man with white hair?
No.
Oh, okay. What about the relaxed block chords, or would that be a typo for black chords? No, I guess not in George Shearing's case.
Not in George Shearing. George Shearing used this kind of thing. To run melodies like Roses of Picardy. Where he used the fullness of a sax section almost, instead of playing. You get the full chord.
Now, play it again with partial chord.
Partial chord would be two notes, for instance. It's much more sparse. This is full.
You know, it just occurred to me that I read so that you had given up singing because you sounded a little too much like a well-known singer. Don't say who it is.
I'm not going to say.
Let's see. Could you do a little bit of a Blossom Fell and see if the audience can tell who you sound like?
I wish I could.
Or what's another thing? Give Me a Kiss to Build a Dream On. No. Do you really sound like him?
Well, it's debatable.
You won't do it?
That way.
I don't want to embarrass you.
You're not embarrassing me. I sing occasionally when I feel.
You do?
Feel up to it.
Could you sing just a bit and see if you sound like anybody? I'll be the
judge
of whether you do it.
This has been, what a rare mood I'm in. Well, it's almost like being loved. And if you say Donna Summers, you're in deep trouble.
And so are you.
That's right.
No, I think everyone... I think everyone recognized the voice of the immortal George Burns. Let's not explain it. What are double-handed, or is it double-octave bass lines?
Oh, I think there was, well, actually, what you mean double-octave melody lines rather than bass lines.
Maybe.
Because if you play a linear invention, if you play, as again, on Sweet Georgia, if you invent something as an alternative line, then you can play the same thing with two hands.
Are they doing the identical thing, those two hands?
Right. two different places in the piano. It gives a little different substance. This is a little difficult to do if you haven't been doing it.
Was that ever hard for you, or when you, with the first time you tried that, could you do it?
No, I couldn't do it the first time I tried it.
Okay. What would I be hearing if the pianist was tonality based? I've seen that term thrown around.
You'd be hearing, all right, if you take this same tune, Roses,
Okay.
Piccadilly, right? You'd hear this sort of thing. The melodies. You might hear a more involved harmony like. Whatever they chose to do. You're just moving the harmonies around, changing them to give it to a different shape to the tune.
Thank you for this master lesson. Quickly, two 10-second questions. How good a trumpet player was Louis Armstrong in musicians' terms?
Fantastic trumpet player.
Yeah. And the other one is, how long has wigs been a verb transitive, as in cigarette holder, that wigs me, in the lyrics to the Satin Doll? Well, you don't need to answer that.
All right,
Oscar Peterson, it's a genuine thrill to have you here.
Thank
and
you.
if you would play us off, it would be wonderful. Just a little cocktail piano.
Like that?
Yeah. Thank you. Oscar Peterson.